arise from disorder without an intelligence behind it. He demonstrated it requires an intelligence behind it, but he's not going to tell that to the students. It required an intelligence. It required a design in the molecule of the water or a design in the DNA. Okay, but it's deceitful to say that the second law of thermodynamics, that evolution violates it. It doesn't violate it. Evolution does violate it because they want to get all this stuff to evolve without the designer. That's what it boils down to. Now, adding energy does not help, okay? The universe is a closed system by definition, and adding energy is purely destructive unless there's a mechanism to use the energy. I point out the Japanese added energy to Pearl Harbor. They didn't organize a thing. We added energy to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Didn't organize anything over there either. So the second law of thermodynamics, evolution does violate the known second law of thermodynamics, and I think it's deceitful to say that it doesn't with the examples that he gave, because that's a clear example for creation, not for evolution.
Tell us, please, what is your okay, I teach general biology at Antelope Valley College, right? It's a public school supported by taxpayer funds. And I'm asking, this is not a rhetorical question now. I'm truly asking you because I'm interested in your answer. What do you think I should do, given the fact that I can't stand up and sing the doxology, okay, even though a lot of my students are Christians, right? What do you think I should teach scientifically about how living things got here?
Okay. You mentioned fossils are rare. That is not correct. Fossils are abundant. There are trillions of fossils. Transitional fossils are rare. I think they're totally non-existent. There are many major evolutionists like Stephen Gould and Niles Eldredge who would disagree with you. They would say there are no transitional forms. That proves evolution happened quickly. So the problem is not that fossils are rare. The problem is that fossils that support your theory are rare. Okay. Then you also mentioned give us time. Okay. It's been 140 years. What you're saying is we don't have the evidence yet. I think most people would agree with that. There isn't the evidence. There are giant gaps in the record. So until you get the proof, stop teaching it like science. It's not science. Now, you should tell. Now, I'm answering your question.
Okay, you're telling me what I shouldn't teach, what I should teach.
You should teach the kids we observe animals producing the same kind of animals. We don't know how they got to this planet. But I'm telling you, the textbooks at Antelope Valley College do not teach evolution as a theory. They teach evolution as a fact.
They do, that's true.
And it shouldn't be done that way. Stop doing that. So teach kids, dogs produce dogs. Teach the kids, if you teach biology, teach all the muscles, the bones, the nerves, that we're amazingly designed. Stop telling them this is adapted to their environment. Start telling them it's probably designed for their environment. If the kid says, who's the designer? Say, I don't know. We're not here to talk about that. I don't know if it's Allah or Buddha or Jehovah or a mysterious process we don't know yet. All I know is it looks like it's designed.
So are you saying that I can't try to say anything at all about the origin of living things? I mean, one of science's greatest quests, whether it be astronomy, where did stars and galaxies come from, geology, one of science's greatest quests is to explain the origins of things. That's a fascinating question. This stuff's here. How did it get here? You'd have to have concrete in your brain to not wonder that. Okay, and that's so. One of the greatest goals of science is to explain the origins of things. So what do I say positively about origins?
I would say that would raise several major questions. I don't think science can handle the subject of origins. It's not part of science. We observe dogs producing dogs. How the original dog get here is outside the realm of science. Don't discuss it. No matter what you say about origins, either side is going to upset somebody. If you talk the creation view, you're going to upset the evolutionist. If you talk the evolution view, you're going to upset the creationist. The subject cannot be discussed in a taxpayer-funded school without alienating somebody. It's unnecessary to biology. You could teach all about the anatomy of frogs and hamsters and humans and whales without ever getting into origins. Why waste time on it? There's so much to learn. If we want students to be good doctors someday, they need to learn the biology. The origins has nothing to do with it. There isn't a doctor on this planet that does surgery on people that his study of origins has anything to do with his surgery on these people. It has nothing to do with it. Okay? So it raises a much bigger question of should we even have public schools? Because they are getting into the origin subject. Maybe everybody should just go to privately funded schools. The Muslims can teach what they believe. The Catholics can teach what they believe. The Baptists teach what they believe. And then strict competition. The better doctors would win out the jobs. It wouldn't matter. I'm telling you, the subject of evolution is unnecessary. It's counterproductive. It's a waste of time. And it's not science. Why is it included? I think you should simply, kids, I'm going to teach you biology. You probably know an enormous amount of biology about the nervous system, about the circulatory system, the lymphatic system, all the systems of the body. Teach it. Leave the origins out of it.
Contrary to what some of my students say, about 85% of what I teach in my general biology course is not evolution. I get accused all the time, oh, Dr. Rainbow, that's all he ever teaches is evolution. That is complete poppycock. You look at my syllabus. I'm teaching them about DNA and RNA and proteins, and so I do.
You asked what I thought you should do. I would leave out the other 15% then and make 100% biology. Just teach biology.